Ba-ba-ba-ba-boom. What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Real quick. You tried taking my...
You started this. I didn't try to steal it. It's part of the show now. You started this, and I can't stop it now. It is a runaway train at this point. No, it's. You want to pull it up? You want to try and...
No, you're good.
No, you good? What are you doing?
I'll surprise you. Hold on. Just keep going.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in again. So I guess because next week's Valentine's Day, we're actually not going to go live next week. So what we're going to do is record this one live for you. If you guys are still watching or still want to be a part of the show, please chime in, whatever. Are you about to do it? I feel like you're... Oh, okay.
You're not allowed to know when the... comes on.
Okay, all right. That's fair. So welcome back. Make sure that even though we're off next week, we're going to take a break because of Valentine's Day.
I want you to know that actually takes some skill because I have to... It could just do that, but I got it.
Yep, and that's Nick. That's your host right there. To the Two Top Podcasts. Real quick, let me just knock out some of the sponsors real quick. So if you look right below my face under the amp cam, you got the Mouse Merch link. You just click on that. That takes you right to Mouse Merch, who basically, they are like a Loot Crate box for... I'm looking at the wrong camera. I keep doing that. This is the camera.
Rookie move.
So bad. Mouse Merch, make sure you go click on that. You can join their little subscription page. It's $150 plus of merchandise, Disney merchandise that you can get hooked up on. Make sure you check them out. And then right below them, we also have...
Real quick. How much does it cost to sign up?
I believe it's $70.
And you get more than double that
Yeah.
in gifts? What?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's an incredible deal. Yeah. So you need to sign up for that, obviously. Avi. And
The savings! That too.
that was Wepping, waving, arm flailing two man. I don't even say it right.
What'd you just say?
Wacky, wavy, arm flailing two man. Wacky, wavy, arm flailing two man.
I thought you were going to say Man Bear Pig.
No, I didn't do that one.
Man Bear Pig.
And then, so finally, one more. We do have, what is their name again? Adventurous Supply Company. The Great Adventure Supply Company. Sorry, I butchered that one so bad. The Great Adventure Supply Company, they're right below them. Make sure you click on them. Go check out their stuff. They have awesome Disney merch. It's all customized. Pretty much, it's all the cool pop culture stuff that you see or have seen back in the 80s, 90s, and today. And then they basically just threw a bunch of Disney logos and names on all that stuff. They got pins, T-shirts, hats. Go check them out. Go sign up with them and see what they'll hook you up with. It's not really a sign up. It's more of you just go and buy stuff from them.
It sounded like for a second you were talking about VH1. The 80s, 90s, and today.
Hey, I have some radio in me. It's okay.
You do.
I have some radio in me.
When we did the practice episode, and you had the Bane mask in front of you.
Yeah.
You were, hey everybody, welcome to the True Top Podcast. My name is Amber. This here's Nick. How you doing today? I was like, I'm good. I'm good. All right, cool. We're talking about merch box, Mouse merch box. You get them where they're live. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Spot on with that one.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, we are live. Yeah, we knew that. Yeah, this is his idea. He wanted this.
Are you guys ranting right now?
Yeah. So,
Leave, Mackenzie, or stay.
do you want to stay? You should probably stay. I'm just kidding. I know you're busy.
Do you have any fun?
Oh, yeah, real quick, before we leave, do you have any fun date stories that you want to share? Maybe, possibly.
I would need to get another drink.
Well, you got time.
We got time.
We got to introduce the show anyway, so go get a drink in you, come back, and talk about our first date. I'm just kidding. Don't talk about our first date.
Talk about our first terrible date.
I don't think we've had a terrible
First
date.
terrible date? Terrible first date.
Yeah, it's not
Everybody's
me.
had bad dates.
No, it's not me. I'm a great...
Spoiler alert. We're talking about dates. Mackenzie, we can't hear on the microphones right now, so you're ruining our show.
Welcome to real life. So
Fuck.
yeah, so that was kind of spoiler alert there. We're going to talk about dating today, especially for servers. Not dating other servers, more like what.
This is a terrible idea. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, well, yeah, write that
I've
down.
never
Put
done
that.
it. I've never
write
done it
that
'cause I'm
down.
not a garbage
Write that
person.
down. Don't date other servers. Write that down. Yeah, he's got a whole list of things we're going to talk about. It's really great. This is actually going to be a good show. I'm excited. So yeah, welcome to the Two Top Podcast. This is awesome. This is Nick, NIC. I'm Amp.
NICK. That's
Yeah, NIC. And so
ridiculous.
yeah, that's what I said, NIC. And so, anyways, Nick, it's Valentine's Day next week. You got any big plans for your lucky
I do.
lady?
My girlfriend, she's so balls deep into Valentine's Day. She wants to get gifts and everything. Hey, babe, probably not getting you a gift, but I got reservations. We'll go to dinner and stuff like that. That'll be fun. But if you guys are just tuning into this podcast, you've never listened before. It's pretty much about working in the restaurant industry. So I'll give my pretty much
Professional.
professional opinion.
Yeah, professional. Yeah.
On working in the restaurant industry.
Can you stop making out with the mic?
I have to get real close to it. I like it.
Okay.
I'll
So
put this whole thing in my mouth right now.
please don't. Just stop.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the first podcast was about tipping. This one will be about dating. We'll try to aim it towards Valentine's Day. So we'll pretty much just shoot the shit about some
Yeah.
dating
Dating.
in the restaurant life.
Yeah. What about? So here, let's just jump this
So
up.
first up,
Yeah.
Let me just shoot this out real
Yeah,
quick.
let's go.
This has nothing. This is just a big pet peeve of mine. If you're on a date, first date, second date, you've been married for 1,000 years. Actually, I'm gonna be a hypocrite. I think if you're married for like 70 years, you can do this because it'd be super cute. Don't sit next to each other in the booth. Like if you're in a booth, you sit across from each other. Don't sit next to each other. It's so weird.
Like what we're doing right now,
Exactly. If we're at a restaurant right now,
and we're dating.
everybody would make fun of us and be like, "Would you sit next to like your girlfriend or boyfriend?" No, because you're not weird. It's so weird. Unless you're
Wait, why is it weird though? Like, just kind of elaborate on that, because, like, I know a lot of people.
I wish I knew the answers to the pet peeves I had. I don't know. It's just so like
Unbecoming,
it's creepy. It's like when you like.
creepy.
It's like if you're holding hands. All right.
Do
Also,
you think they're like doing hand jobs under the table or something?
no, that's cool. Anything you can do sexually at a table, fine by me, guys. Also, if you sit across from each other and you hold hands, I'm the server that will come up,
Now that's worse.
but I'm the server that'll come up to you and be like,
You're good. Keep going.
oh, I'm the guy that'll be like, yeah, make sure they don't get away. Like, why are you holding on to each other?
I think that's worse than sitting next to each other. I think if you're physically reaching over a table to hold your significant other's hand during a dinner or something, like, I would break up with you instantly. Like the whole time. I'm not talking about just like a quick. I'm talking about legitimately, like, you guys are sitting down.
You break up with me?
I would in a heartbeat if
No.
you were like,
you don't have those kind of
here,
options.
here, just hold my hand for.
It's not true, Anthony.
This is so true.
Kind
So
of a
you would do
catch.
that. You would rather, with you and your girlfriend, sit across from each other, holding hands at a dinner table, than sit next to
No,
her.
I didn't say that. I said either one of those are stupid. I would. There's scenarios where you'd be like, "Oh, I love you." I'll hold your hand for a second. Just I love you, and then we'll touch hands. That's cool. But don't let me come over to the table. Don't let me see you guys like sitting at the table the whole time with your hands touching, and then I come over and I'm like, "Hey guys, my name's Nick," and you're still holding hands, and then you're like, "Oh hey," like let go of each other. I'm sure you guys have seen each other. Just let go.
Right.
If you're afraid the other person's going to run away and that's why you're holding on to them, it's not a good date, guys.
I mean, I agree with you on that one. I absolutely agree. Like that, you shouldn't be touching each other when you're eating. Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any
Oh
sense.
my God. And when people are just like constantly kissing each other,
Yeah.
that's what makes me so mad.
PDA.
It's I don't mind PDA, but when you're like at a restaurant and you're sitting next to each other, and then you're constantly just like, "Oh, come here." No. Like, there's fucking people around. There's food in your mouth. You probably have salsa or tomato sauce all over your face. It's just not the place to be.
Gross. That was so visual. Oof.
Go to the club and rub butts on each other like normal people.
Babe, I don't think we've ever rubbed our butts against each other. Maybe. Yeah, we don't go to clubs. Why are we talking about sex? I don't understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So sitting next to each other, that's definitely creepy in your book. 100%.
Yeah, my book.
Yeah. Your book. I mean, I don't know. I mean, sitting next to each other, yeah, it's kind of weird. But then also, like, I mean, I guess I get it. Like, you just want to be close to your person. I get it. I guess. I don't know.
Have you guys not been?
We've never sat next to each other. Well, like when we're with people.
Like, oh, do we want to sit next to each other? And I'm like, no.
I've never said that.
Yeah.
I've never. That sentence is never ever.
We'll have a table, one chair, please.
Oh, you want to sit next to each other and be that couple? And I'm like, bitch, no.
I have never said that sentence.
The only time you can sit next to each other in a booth is if there's something going on, like if there's a show.
Right.
And you
No.
need to take it
Yeah.
that way.
Absolutely. Or if you're with another couple.
With other people.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
The two of you, no.
Never.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean, I swear to God, I never said that. sentence, though. Okay. Anyways, what's the next one on your list?
My next one.
Arguing. Oh,
Arguing?
this is a great time. Let's talk about this. Yeah. Arguing. So you mean like arguing like at in a restaurant, like making a scene, essentially.
Not even making a scene, just like I've gone to tables before to where the like it may be a group of people, like double dates, triple dates, whatever like that, or maybe just be a guy and a girl, or a guy and a guy, or a girl and a girl, blah blah blah. To where one of them is just being bitchy to their significant other, and it's just making everything awkward. Like you're like, what are you doing? You're out in public.
Yeah.
Don't like just hold that shit in. It makes me so or like when you walk over and you see that they're arguing and you're like hey guys, do you need anything? And they'll just shut it off and be like, yeah, I'll have a water please. And then the other one will be like, I'm fine. You're like,
That's
"Ugh."
true. That's a real thing. People do that a lot.
It's arguing at a restaurant is just like what I mean, I guess I mean, have I done it? Of course I'm crazy, but I hate it.
Just like sitting next to your girl, huh?
But like I've gone to a table before where they were like a triple date, and I go, hey guys, what do you want? And then one of them was like, the girl goes, oh, we'll have the spaghetti, and then the guy was like, oh, we're having the spaghetti? I thought we talked about this. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Just let her get
Yeah.
whatever she wants. I'm sorry, guys. That was a little bit
Free
of a
will,
rant.
you
Yeah.
know, whatnot.
Just don't argue.
Yeah, that's very true. What's your next one? First dates?
First dates. Have
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a
So
good first date
that's it.
story?
Yeah. Do you have a good one?
I have
Here.
Oh, do you want
Come
to
on.
be camera?
Yeah, you got to come over here.
Yeah.
It looks weird if you don't.
I've never a lot of servers will be like, "Oh, I love seeing like Tinder dates or
Ew.
Bumble dates." Like it's so awkward. I can't. I mean, I've done this.
I don't like.
I've never
Awkward.
seen. I can't recall ever seeing a first date and being like serving a first date and then being like, "Yeah,
Really?
come on in."
I'm trying to fit in here.
So our first date wasn't bad, but like I've had
Hope
some.
not.
I mean, he was awkward, but
Yeah.
That's me.
that's just who he is.
Where'd you guys go?
Cloak and Blaster.
Cloak and.
No idea.
Is that Disney?
No, it's over by UCF. Board game bar,
Oh.
magical place.
I've heard of it.
Um,
Did you guys get chicken wings?
no, but what'd you get? You got the no. Well, yeah,
Did you
no,
just
did.
get tater
That's right.
tots?
Well, so they have like drinks and like they have burgers and stuff, but we just did drinks and appetizers.
That's cool.
So
I like
you
this.
got the loaded tater tots. I got the cheese curds because cheese curds. And he's like, "Oh, I wanted to order those," and I was like, "I might share. We'll see."
Yeah.
But I liked it because like our server was very like, I can tell this is a first date.
Did they say that?
No, but she was very like, hey, how's it going? Do you guys have any questions about the menu? Like,
Have you ever had food before?
it's kind of silent and awkward here right now. I'm just going to talk for you guys.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, it depends. There are some people who are like, I don't want to have a conversation with the server. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
I will have a conversation with whoever the hell wants to have a conversation.
Well, that's cool because they'll open up a line of conversation that you guys can talk about.
Right. So, like, it's one of those, we just happen to have a really good server who's very, like, these are the drinks we have, and, like, started talking about games and
Did you guys
stuff.
drink?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
A lot?
Oh, yeah. I think I only had one drink. You had what, two?
I had 2.
What'd you guys drink?
Beer, I think.
I don't remember. Like,
I think I just had beer.
They have some, like, nerdy themed drinks.
I can tell you exactly what I drank on my first date with my girlfriend, and that was 2 years ago.
Well, then.
Excuse us. Yeah, well, ours was like 3 months
Ours were
ago.
Harry
So
Potter themed drinks. I
Yeah.
know that
Butterbeer?
much.
Yeah. yeah,
Like
one of mine was
alcoholic. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
the
You
butterbeer.
can really get butterbeer?
not the butterbeer. It's like their version of it.
What is butterbeer?
Well, the kind they have at the theme park is it's like butterscotch. Think like butterscotch frappuccino.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting
What
it.
would it be alcoholic though?
It wasn't-
Think like Frangelica. Man, that's tough. Think like Frangelica mixed with like beer, like a sweet beer, not like a
Sweet frothy beer? I
Yeah,
feel like it's like sweet frothy beer. It sounds delicious. I love butterscotch.
it's really
So-
I
good.
can't wait to be a grandfather so I can just buy Werther's Originals.
I go to Target and I buy the butterscotch baking chips and just eat them out of the bag. Like the people I used to work with, they're like, "Are you eating those out of the bag?" I'm like, "Yes." Do you have a problem with that? They're like, "No,
Are you the
carry on."
person? Are you the person that goes to the grocery store and will eat your food before you pay for it?
No.
No,
That
No.
drives me insane. I used to work.
Were you
in
waiting for us
retail.
to say yes, though?
That
You look
drives
so-
me insane.
No, I don't. I mean, I've probably done it in my popcorn chicken.
yeah, I was about to say that's the only thing I'll do is popcorn chicken.
Because I'm not gonna buy. That's the thing. They'll lie to you. They'll be like, "Oh, this was cooked 20 minutes ago." You gotta taste it.
No,
You gotta
yeah,
taste it.
it's not.
You have to take a bite.
I've never eaten food before I pay for it.
Have you ever gotten popcorn chicken? Have you ever
Not
been to a
from,
deli?
like-
Walmart,
No.
Walmart popcorn
Are
chicken.
you about to? Are you?
If I get
feel like you're
popcorn
about to get on your
chicken,
high
it's like
horse.
from
Oh, it's from
KFC.
Oh, I'm fancy.
I never said I'm fancy.
If I'm gonna get it, it's from Kentucky Fried Chicken, sir. No, but if you get because Publix has really good
Well,
Publix has
okay.
really good fried chicken, but you
They
have
do.
to taste it first.
Right.
I've bought fried chicken at Publix. I did not taste it first.
See, you may come home and you may not like it, right?
It's fried chicken. How would I not like it?
It could just be soggy. You could be sitting in that bag
Yeah,
for a
but
while.
I want just to defend her though. Like I wouldn't do that with fried chicken. I would only
to
do
defend
it.
my girlfriend.
No, no.
I hope, sir.
I would only do it with popcorn chicken. Like I wouldn't take one of the 12 pieces and then be like,
yeah.
I'm gonna eat this
Well, the popcorn
drumstick.
chicken has a little hole on top. You just take it off. Usually.
Yeah, that popcorn chicken. Yeah, that's why they give it to you is essentially to eat in the store. That's
Exactly. It's a snack
Yeah.
for when you're shopping.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You need the sustenance to continue the rest of your day.
yeah,
You guys, real quick,
yeah.
who paid on the first date? Did you guys go
We
Dutch?
split it.
We split it.
That's cool. I don't hate that. Did you guys go right down the middle, or did you pay for what you paid for?
We-
Bought.
Paid for what we paid for,
Paid
or
for
what
what
we
you
got.
paid
I think.
Yeah,
You're like, I'll have my check, she'll have
Yeah,
hers.
I think that's how that was.
That's cool.
I think so. I don't remember.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Was-
I
Wasn't
just
that
know I'm
memorable, apparently?
like,
I'm Stratford Cat. Yeah,
take my card.
that's cool.
She's like, I'm done with you. Move on.
Well,
There will be no
obviously
second date.
Not because
Yeah,
No, that's always cool.
yeah.
You should definitely the first date. You should always split it, unless
I think so.
I
I
guess-
really do think so. That
Like I've been on first dates where they've gotten really offended when I'm like, "Hey, do you want to split it?" And they're like, no, it's a first date. You're not allowed to pay." And I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna fight you on it, but you don't have to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, I guess if you were to like ask the person, like, hey, can I take you out? You'd be like, hey, you fucking take me out and pay for everything.
Like, I've had dates where I initiated it, and I'm like, well, I'm the one who asked you out, so I'll pay. And they're like, well, you can't do that. And I'm like, but I can.
But watch this.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Because I just slipped them my card when you were fighting me on this, and here we are.
Visa says differently. Yeah, me and my girlfriend, last year we did, she's, like I said, she's so balls deep into Valentine's Day. So she was like, you do a day and I'll do a day. So like Friday night, I took her out to dinner, and then Saturday night she took me out to dinner, which was cool. It was a little too much.
Back to
I
back?
say that's so much.
Yeah, that's a lot,
food.
yeah.
She'll get fancy. She'll like curl her hair, do
Wow.
her makeup, and I'm like,
Yeah, I do that.
I don't
You're
give a
setting the
shit.
bar really high.
Yeah, I'm like pants, shirt, shoes, black. Lay on the couch with my dog, drinking whiskey.
I mean, I was like, hey, Valentine's Day, we can order Pizza Hut and sit
Oh
on
my
the
god.
couch. That was my suggestion for
Yeah.
what I think we could do. For
I do that alone
Valentine's
though.
Day.
I do that alone. That's
Oh,
my
I do
thing.
that alone too. That's what we did for New Year's.
Yeah. That's what we did for New Year's. When
Also,
you didn't
my
text me.
idea.
Years?
You
Oh.
did not text me. None of you.
Oh, that's
I told
right.
you.
You were like, I think we might be going out with people I work with.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. And then I didn't get a text.
Well, I didn't have your number then, Anthony. Next topic. So you guys. So you said you only had you had 2 beers. You had 1 drink.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be weird to get a little
Hammered?
Yeah.
So for me, I've gotten pretty drunk on first dates if they're already horrible, and at that point I'm just like,
Yeah.
I just want to forget as much of this as possible.
Or nervous, maybe.
So I had one. It was someone who I worked with back when I was in college, and he's like, "Let me take you out on a date. Let me take you out on a date." And like, finally, like, okay.
Did you guys go to
okay,
KFC?
No. So
Got that real popcorn chicken.
So I went to college at the beach. So we ended up at some.
You went to college at the beach?
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
No.
The beach. I went to the beach.
Campus is 5 miles from the ocean.
Where?
North Carolina.
Oh. I thought you were about to be like, Cocoa University, bitch.
No.
We major in lobsters, minor in shrimps.
So he's like, let's just like go down to the beach bars, like hit up a couple of restaurants, and then get some drinks. Well, it ended up being one restaurant and lots of drinks at said restaurant, because he was a complete asshole to the bartender.
Ooh.
And so
that's a
I'm
no-no.
like, well,
Did you know him before this?
we worked together,
Oh.
which made
Was
it
he an asshole before that?
no. That's why, like, as soon as he started being an asshole to the bartender, I'm like, this isn't going to go anywhere.
Was Anthony your bartender?
Mm,
Burn!
I'm gonna guess no. But like, I don't even remember what it was that like set him off, and then the rest of the night he was just a complete dick to the bartender, but then would be really nice to me.
I said Deep Eddies, not Tito's.
Something stupid like that.
Those are both American-made vodkas, just so you guys know. That's why it's so fun.
Where's Tito's made, do you know?
Texas? Yeah. Pretty smart.
I don't know. I don't work in
questionable.
food service. I don't know these things.
I just know this because my friend Joe, if you ever listen to this, he's such a drunk. He would. So Deep Eddies makes they make flavored vodkas, and they're actually really, really good. You
Yeah.
can drink them on ice,
I've had them on ice.
right? So he used to drink them all the time. Like every night, he would drink like a nightcap. I mean, a nightcap's like a liter for him.
Drink a whole bottle.
But yeah, he used to drink Deep Eddies, and they were just. That's how I found out about them. But
But yeah, so this
They're really
guy's
good.
just an asshole to the
Sorry.
bartender, and he's like, "So when are we doing this again?" And I'm like, "We're not."
see at work, loser.
He's like, "But why?" And I'm like, "'Cause you were a dick." And he goes, "Well, but not to you." I'm like, "No, you don't treat people that way
Yeah.
in front of someone you're trying to impress, especially because that's not impressive. That's bad. Don't do that."
I wish I was like a big baller, and then I could just like if I was on a first date, I'd be an asshole to everybody, but I'd just be handing them hundreds as I did that. I'd be like, oh, thanks for taking fucking 5 minutes. Here's 100. You know? I asked for a water 5 minutes ago. Thank you. Oh, you don't remember me saying lemon in my water? Here, you're an asshole. I would love to do that.
Gosh, how would you think that would make?
Did you work? Did you? Where'd you work?
Target.
Target. Oh, I fucking love that place.
You and me both.
We
Yeah.
literally go there every Sunday.
Isn't it nice?
I am
What did you say?
there way too.
We go there every Sunday.
We go Sunday mornings before anyone gets out of church.
Like date day or?
Like morning day.
Like grocery shopping / I need my caffeine.
Have you ever worked in a restaurant?
I worked at a Starbucks
close.
in Target.
That's cool.
That's the closest I've gotten.
So you've gone on a date with a fellow employee?
I've gone on many dates with fellow employees. Don't do that.
I've never done that.
Don't
I
do
never-
that.
You've never done that, really?
My dad once told me, "Don't shit where you eat," and it was my dad told me. Two things in life. He told me three things. I can't tell you the third one. He said, "Don't shit where you eat." We all put our pants on one leg at a time. Third one I can't say because it's a little fucked up. But it's just those things have always resonated with me.
Don't
So
watch
any-
porno in public. Was that it?
No, I'll fucking do that. But
You're so
yeah,
confident. Oh my god.
I've had like a lot of jobs where there's been girls at, but every restaurant I've ever worked at.
You've never dated anyone that you work with?
Never gone
Never.
on a date. No,
What?
no. It's just weird.
I
'cause
find that so hard to believe.
when you all right, so like when you work with somebody for a while, you start to see their like normal tendencies,
Right.
and then that's when you get to, find out like, oh fuck, I wouldn't like hang out with this person. You get to see like their bad side. When you first when you guys first met, you guys didn't know each other, and you started to like build that like relationship bond.
Yeah.
Then you started to get into that whole like, oh, I don't like when they do this. I don't like when they do this. But you're already in that relationship vibe, right? So when you're working with somebody, you just have that like friendship,
Yeah.
Like we're not dating. So then you start to see them as an asshole, and you're like, oh, I would never go in a relationship with them. Does that make sense?
Because
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
them too well.
Exactly.
No, I know.
Because if you start to date someone already and you see that shit, it's too late. You already like them for like, their boobs and their ding dang.
The what? Is that what your dad taught you?
Yeah, that's what that was.
Son, these are boobs and these are ding dangs.
Well,
All right,
so I dated a coworker who, we had worked together for almost a year, and then I started working somewhere else. Then we started dating. Then I got him a job where I was working.
Big K. What's up? What's better than Target? In like that world, like Walmart, Kmart, Target.
Oh,
Is there
no,
anything
this,
better?
this was when I was working in theme parks.
But is there anything better than Target? I just got to throw that out there. I know I'm ranting.
As far as I'm concerned, no.
No, right? I just needed that.
You just needed that confirmation that
Yeah.
Target is top dog.
I'm sorry I'm going off topic, but
I understand because people I work with now are like, why are you obsessed with Target? I'm like, why aren't
And you
you
grab 'em by
obsessed
the throat.
with Target? They're like, I just go to Walmart. And I'm like, but why?
yeah, you're stupid.
Why would you? I don't. Okay, you do you.
You do you, boo-boo.
That just means that the lines at Target are shorter for me.
All right, so you're dating someone you work with. You get them a job at the new place you work at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, so that one was a really awkward one because, he would talk about me all the time. We sat on opposite sides of the same floor of the building. He'd talk about me all the time. And then we broke up. And then he started dating the person who sat next to him.
What do you mean he talked about you?
Like how he'd be like, oh, my girlfriend Mackenzie. My girlfriend Mackenzie.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. And so then, he started dating the person who he'd always be like, my girlfriend Mackenzie, too. And everyone's like, and I'm like, I don't know. This is the least weird of my work relationships. But then for some reason she didn't like me. I don't know why.
Because he
talked about
stole
me
you
all
away.
the time.
Yeah, that'll happen.
All the time. So yeah. No, I've dated many coworkers and it's been very awkward many times.
Yeah, I went on This has nothing to do with dating an employee or what do they call them? Peers?
Coworker.
Coworker. Yeah.
That's
Coworker.
such
I don't
a
know why
hard
you're
word.
trying to get away from that.
What do you call that?
We've been calling it that whole time. That's what you're supposed to call it.
I went on a date one time. I went on a first. I went on a lot of first dates. When I was in high school. I was definitely in high school, and I went to Friendly's. Do you guys remember Friendly's?
My sister was obsessed with Friendly's. Like,
Friendly's
the first time we went, she's like, this is the best place ever.
I'm gonna say this now. Friendly's is the original buffalo chicken. You may think Buffalo, New York. Friendly's. They made kickin' chicken strips.
Ooh.
They're so good. I haven't been there in so long. They also make the original rodeo burger. This could all be fake shit, but I'm gonna say it. Hashtag fake news. So I went on a date when I was in high school, and I got what did we get? I think she got chicken fingers and I got chicken fingers. The way it comes out is you get the plastic bowl, with like the plastic. It's kind of like a grate,
Yeah.
and then you get the paper in it, the wax paper. And I had buffalo chicken because I'm a boss. I think I paid for that date. That's a lie. We split it. But I was eating my chicken, and the sauce was so saucy that it made the wax paper like too soft.
Mm-hmm.
And I ate some of the paper on my plate, and she saw it, and she was like, "Did you eat that?" And I was like, "Oh no!" And then I was like looking around for it, and
Keep talking.
I ate I ate paper on my first date.
So only when I talk. This is good practice for you.
Push your buttons.
Yep.
Talk.
Hey,
Behind the
that's me.
scenes.
That's me behind the scenes. What's up, guys? So yeah, you ate paper?
Yeah.
Like in that whole amount of time that I was doing stuff, all I could understand was that you actually had
It
paper
was
in
a
your
long
mouth.
story about me being in
Did
high
you
school.
swallow it?
Yeah, of course. I didn't even notice.
Did you poop it out later?
I didn't
Or
check.
he didn't realize that he ate it until it was pointed out to him.
I
that
think
he
we went to
ate
go
Oh
it.
wow, you didn't even know you were eating it until someone said something.
Because she said something.
What?
I think we saw The Man in the Iron Mask too with my boy Leo.
How'd you not even notice that you had paper
Yeah,
in your
that was,
mouth?
that was definitely a while ago.
Because the sauce was so saucy, it
Like almost melted it? Well, not melted, but
melted
like,
it
yeah.
exactly. The
That's
sauce
so-
melted
I
the
didn't mean to say
paper.
melt. That was bad. No, you're good. You stay there.
Yeah, let's
and
just talk
then
about
when you
stuff.
guys talk, you can go back and forth. It's good practice.
What's another good?
Pushing buttons.
I have so many
I'm-
garbage first date stories.
My girlfriend's going to be huge in this process of making everything better.
Do I have other first date stories? Oh, this is a good first date story. I went to the movies one time. I saw one of the Saw movies. It was my first date. We at the movies. The movie starts off with this guy has rings in his wrists, in his feet, and then I think it's in his jaw. It goes through his mouth and out the bottom of his jaw. And they're attached to like explosives, whatever. He's got to rip all these things out of his body or he'll die, obviously. So the guy starts ripping
That's
him out
Saw.
of his
Yeah,
So the
I've
guy
saw
starts
him.
ripping him out of his feet, and
Yeah,
my
I
stomach
remember
just
that.
starts
I remember that.
churning.
Such a gross scene.
I don't go see
But
those
they're
kind of
not
movies.
they're not his wrists. They're in between, like, imagine in between like your middle finger and your ring finger, like those
Yeah.
bones, right?
Yeah.
And then like the same thing on your foot, like it's in the middle of your foot, and you can he rips him out, right? Then I believe he gets to his jaw one, which I don't understand how you get the jaw one out.
Yeah, I didn't get that
I could be wrong, but my stomach was churning so bad. I lean over and I go, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick." And she's like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm cool." So then I go to the concession stand. I get like a giant Sprite, and I'm like sipping on it real slowly, like it's ginger ale and I have a tummy ache. And then I walk back into the theater, just like two-handed on this giant gallon of soda. She's like, "Are you cool?" I'm like, "Yeah." I peed and I got thirsty. So we watch the rest of the movie, and then the movie theater is attached to a mall. So we're walking through the mall, and we see a group of guys, and this is high school too. And she's like, "Oh, I go to school with those guys." And then she's like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And like I introduce myself, whatever. And they're like, "What'd you guys go see?" And she's like, "Saw." She's like, "He had to leave the theater. He was about to throw up." And I was like, "Oh, I thought I played that off so cool."
You're like, she has no idea. She's like,
This bitch.
Well, I guess I do kind of have a good one. So there was this one girl that I dated back home, and before we actually like dated. We like went on a first date or whatever. I think it was like our second date though. I don't think it was the first one. We went to this like one bar. We were there and we were hanging out and we drank a lot. Like this is the second date, so we really went at it really hard. And then her ex walked in, and in Jacksonville, like you don't see other exes in public. That's just a thing. It's like a big no.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened to me.
And he literally walked in, and apparently, like he didn't know that she was dating someone else, and so he came over and like introduced himself, and she was like, "Stop making a fool of yourself." And he was like, "I'm not making a fool of myself. You're the fool for dating this like idiot or whatever." And I'm just sitting there, you know,
It
like
sounds like a country song.
right. This is Jacksonville on a
Just
regular basis.
With
Country
friends.
song
This is
waiting
Jacksonville
to
every
happen.
day.
And then her
Sam
ex walked
Hunt
in.
song specifically.
But
Then her ex
probably-
walked in.
That was
and
just
I
a
took
really
her on a
awkward
trip.
date because I remember he kept giving me like the death stare, and then like he didn't do anything. He just kept like talking shit about her and how like she's
To you?
well to the table because it was just me and her, and so he would like talk at her and then look at me and then like I don't know how to describe that situation.
When was this?
Uncomfortable.
This was-
You would describe
man,
it as
I was-
uncomfortable.
I was probably 22. I was 22. She was 27. And
Ooh.
yeah, I was dating out of my age range.
What's up, Cougar?
And yeah, she man, that was such a weird night.
That sounds weird.
And then the rest of the night, she just wanted to drink and vent about him, which
Yeah.
made it even worse. Because I was like, man, why are we talking about? I don't want to talk about your next one. But yeah.
That's
so I've had one of my exes, like I swear we ran into like 4 different people that I had dated previously over the course of like 2 weeks. So generally speaking, like people who work at this theme park just all know each other and all go to the same places. So yeah, one of the exes he knew because we had all worked together because again, I make that bad life choice. And so like we're at one of the theme parks and see him while he's working. He's like, "Oh, let's go say hi." And so he's like sitting there holding my hand and he's like, "Hey, how have you been?" And he's like glaring at us. And Dan's just completely oblivious or just trying to be a jerk. I'm not sure which. He's like, "Hey, how have you been? How's Tomorrowland?" "Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but we're dating now." And he's just like...
Just made it real awkward.
So I found it entertaining just because, like, the way everything went down, it was basically karma. But it's one of those, like, it's very hard to find a situation more awkward than that one was. And he's just turning, like, bright red, and he's at work, like, while he's just like, "Yeah, we're dating now." Like, as soon as I moved back to Florida, like, we started hanging out, and it just kind of happened, you know? And
Question: are one of you guys watching the live feed?
No, why?
no, because you have my phone.
Okay.
Is it weird?
No.
Are we
Nothing.
not on?
No, we're on.
Are
Keep
you
going.
sure?
What's wrong with it?
Nothing.
Okay. Anyway,
We have a fan. It's kind of cool.
We have a fan. It's
pretty cool.
right there.
Yeah.
Because it didn't
Can you
turn
hear
it
the
off.
fan?
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they can. It's too late at this point. It's already been on, so I'm just gonna. I don't know.
Alexa, turn off.
No,
the
no, 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 don't, Alexa, don't do that.
So yeah, that was a fun, awkward one.
All right, so I think we've kind of gotten over the.
Oh God, I'm watching right now.
Yeah, get off. So we've kind of butchered the well, we didn't butcher, but we kind of like really hit on the first date one. You had another good one I really liked. Who should tip or pay? Sorry, who should pay?
All right. I think all right. So if we're talking first date, it gets that situation of if I ask you out, I'll pay. If you ask me out, you'll pay. But if you're like meeting on Bumble or Twitter or whatever like that, and you're
Split
like,
it.
split it, yeah, go Dutch, and don't do Dutch down the middle. Just be like,
Just pay for what you
exactly,
got.
pay for what you got, pay for what you got. Unless I'm like, hey, like, do you want to do a shot? And you're like, yeah, I'll do a shot. I'll buy those shots for you. But
Is it rude or like uncomfortable if like the other person kind of goes behind the other person's back and pays the server.
No,
Like,
you should never. No, that should never be a weird thing. Some people do. Like obviously working in the restaurants.
right.
Like there'll be times where you go to get the check and the people will be like, "Oh, I'll pay," and they're like, "No, I'll pay," and you get that weird like, "I don't care." Like, "Oh, look, I'll just pay for my stuff." Like,
Don't
no.
fight over it. Like that makes things 10 times more awkward than they were before someone brought the check. Like, if you want to be cute and like pay for it, like say I get up to go to the bathroom and you're like, "Oh, let me get the check," like that's sweet. Like, go for it. I'm not going to get mad at you.
First date is always Dutch.
Okay.
I mean, my thought is if, like, you know, you said if I ask you out, I just assume that I'm going to pay, even though as a girl, most guys don't think that's going to happen, and then they look at me like I'm crazy. But, like, if I ask a guy out, I plan to pay. If they ask me out, like, I kind of assume they're probably going to pay, but I'm always prepared to pay for myself. And then if it's someone I met online, I just assume Dutch.
I would love so much just to like have gone on a first date and then just be like, slide it forward. You got this right. Thanks.
That'd be great.
This is you, right? And the thing, oh my god, you know what's crazy too? Is a lot of times, what people will do, like guys, I think it's only guys will do it, is you go on a first date with somebody and then you like over tip to like try to be cool. But
I over tip a lot.
no, but I'm saying you'll over tip to impress your date. But it's kind of like that thing where you're like, say this. Oh, I don't know if this is a good analogy or not. Someone's playing the piano and they have a tip jar, and you're like holding like a 20 over the tip jar, waiting for them to look. Like you want your date to see how much extra you're tipping, so you like kind of like, oh look, it says 20% is $10. I'm gonna leave them 20 on that. I don't know what
You're
that
saying
is.
that's a bad thing, or
No, I'm just saying. I mean, it's cool
weird.
for the server. Like,
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
good,
Oh, yeah.
But,
From a
like-
server perspective, please show off all you want.
but I don't think I don't think.
I wouldn't be impressed by someone who's like, "Oh, look what I'm doing." But on the other hand, there have been people who have not gotten second dates because they did not tip well. Like,
Yeah.
I never looked. I've never looked.
I went on a date with someone.
What
like,
did you tip?
I mean, I don't. But like, if
Yeah,
I glance down and
that's-
see,
yeah.
oh, we just spent $50 and you tipped $1.50. That's
Is
when.
that rude to look?
I mean, I try not to be obvious about
Yeah.
it.
No, whatever.
Or like, if we go.
Right.
Dutch,
Sometimes no. I mean, I'll pick up other servers' books and be like, oh, what do they get?
I mean,
No, I meant from like you're hanging out with your friends' perspective. Like
Yeah,
all your
look.
friends are like tipping, and then you're like,
It's like putting it's
well,
like
different
garbage on the
if
street.
It's friends versus like a date, though.
yeah, yeah.
But if I'm on a date and like we go Dutch and I see that they didn't tip well,
much as
I
you?
usually, I mean, if it seems like they're lowballing them, then I'll tip extra. Or even like if I'm out with friends and like someone's being extremely rude to the server and I know they're not going to tip them well because they're pissed
You'll
off
take
about
up their
something,
slack?
Yes.
Oh.
It's pretty awesome.
I'm that person. I'm like,
You've had
I'm
tips like
sorry,
that,
you're
right?
doing
Like,
great, sweetie. Here's an extra tip to make up for that.
I know for a fact I've had a couple tables, especially recently, where I've had like a real shitty person at the table.
Yeah.
And then like their friends or whatever are kind of, I wouldn't say embarrassed, but they're just kind of like, man, why are you being an asshole? And then they'll kind of just like, I'll notice on the checks because we pass them out, we know who has what.
Yeah.
I'll notice on the checks like, all right, this person gave me $1, but their friends gave me like an extra $6, and I noticed like there's
At
shit.
that point, you gotta go full Liam Neeson and you gotta track that person and just take them out.
You just call them up like have a certain pet. I don't know. I can't.
What are you saying? I
I
have a Peter Piper picked up pickled peppers.
I have particular skills.
Or a particular set of skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, well.
I haven't actually seen any of those movies.
You haven't seen Taken? I heard. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
Have you seen the TV show?
Oh, I
There's a
saw
TV
that
show where- I'm not
there
gonna watch
is a
it.
TV show. I don't know if it's even related to the movies or not.
No, it's a different guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I think. I'm not.
What do you think the best first date is? What should you do? I just feel like I said that weird.
Like, are we being like generic, or are we trying to be
No,
like
I'm asking you like if you can,
personally?
personally. What do you mean generic?
Best first date?
A dinner and a movie.
Like best.
Gosh, I don't know if I should
first
answer
date
this because like I feel like if I say something, I feel like I've really underestimated with Mackenzie.
No. I
Well-
feel like, I mean, I'll go right off the bat. I
Mackenzie,
think-
you should go first, so I don't feel.
I'll go. Listen, I'll go first. The best first date is you should go to the bar, or you should go to the bar for drinks and like, hey, do you want to go to the bar? Like, just a bar.
Well,
So not even food, just
No, I mean you could be like, yeah, when you get to the bar, you could be like, hey, do you want a snack? Like, whatever, just to like shoot the shit first. Because if you do something too extravagant, like if you're like, oh, let's go like to fucking NASA, is that a first date? I don't know, but then you're stuck with that person. So if you go to the bar for a first date, you're drinking, you're cool, you get to like, you know, hang out with the person, but you can easily dip out because you can pay your check and run.
See, I've done a handful of first dates at Disney, like in the parks.
That's terrible.
So it's one of those like it's nice because there's not necessarily like that super awkward lull like if you guys run out of things to talk about because you're at Disney.
Yeah, but
So okay, for me it's like at Epcot where there's a lot of alcohol.
for sure.
So like if it gets really awkward,
Hey,
I
you wanna
just
go to
get
Japan?
really drunk.
Yeah. It's always booze. It's always booze with you, Mackenzie.
That's how I
not
handle
complaining.
awkwardness. Or I just smile and nod. How do you get through life?
you both are good at that.
So I mean, and when I used to work at theme parks and got in for free, like that was an easy, relatively cheap first date because it's like, oh hey, what are you doing after work? Want to go drink around the world? Like,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But
I think who was that? Was that Austin? Who was like, when I used to work at Disney, used to be like, where else can you take a girl around the world in one day?
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah.
Austin said that
I didn't mean to say that like a douche either.
on the Springs chat.
Springs Chat, check us out. Amp Life Podcasts. Amp Life, Mountain Dew, Code Red.
That's not
Blood of the Devil.
No, we're not.
spelling is hard.
I don't know to double check. Looks good to me.
My girlfriend
Is this
wasn't here to
gonna become a thing?
proofread.
Just gonna go off.
Sorry.
Guess are
Ish.
fine.
Amp Life, mountain bikes.
Nope, we don't have
Schwinn.
that.
Blah, blah,
We
blah.
don't- we don't have Schwinn's.
It's a power saw.
It's even worse. I don't have the camera on me. Even worse now. No, all right.
Okay,
So
hold
for me,
on.
my first date, the bar's a really good idea. Anything where you're doing something, I think too, like at a bar, like playing a game or like finding something to stay interactive with.
Or like trivia night at a bar.
Trivia
Ooh,
night.
trivia
Yeah,
night's a good
trivia night would be
idea.
a really good idea. Yeah. trivia night.
Because then you figure out very quickly without like being super awkward, you figure out if they are into the same like nerdy things as you based on whether or not they're of any use during trivia.
Actually, before you and I started dating, before we actually met, like this was before we even met.
Uh-huh. Go on.
It was literally this was probably like a month or two before we met. I met a girl online and I took her out to, where'd we go?
Hurry up, Anthony. Make up a lie.
Clearly it wasn't very exciting.
Clearly not, because.
Oh, we went to the moon, and her name was Jasmine.
Oh my god, how did you know?
She's from Agrabah.
How did you know?
I rented a flying carpet for the night. She was super impressed.
I used to go by Aladdin.
No, I actually took her to our work.
Did you work there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
craziest thing
yeah.
ever.
I can't believe I did that. And I took her there because we have the lake around.
It's because you have the
With
bar deals.
No, this was this is when I can't go that deep into it. This is when I had to move back to that restaurant and because of reasons, and I had to work at that one for the first time. And then actually, no one really knew me at that restaurant at the time. So the reason I took her there is because we could go walk around the lake afterwards, and it just became just stupid. It was just a stupid time because it was such a bad idea. Because like what we were talking about, like you, I don't know. In my head, I thought it'd be smart to take her on a walk, but it really didn't work out that way because it just kind of seemed creepy. You know what I mean? Especially for a first date.
Are you talking into the microphone or into the screen?
Okay, well,
Into
we're
the
on
screen.
Same page. I was like, I don't know if, but yeah.
There we go.
I bet your nipple had a lot to say. Oh, I wish I had. Oh, we need a soundboard.
I mean, technically we have one, but yeah, no, I know what you're saying. So, I've learned that even if I date people I work with, I should not take dates to places I work at.
Never. I don't even like going to places I work at, like, when I work there.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't like going back to
I
work
hate
now.
when people are like. I hate when people show up when they work there and they'll like.
But I heard you guys had fun at the Super Bowl, though. Another thing I didn't get
Not
invited
me,
to.
bro. No, like if you what was I gonna say? So like if you work somewhere and then you just get too comfy and you're like, oh, I'll go behind the bar, make my own drink. Not whatever. I just hate that.
Yeah, like, well, especially working in theme parks, you're like, okay, well, I can't go to the park that I work at on a date because then what if I run into coworkers and then they're like, oh, let us tell you all of the embarrassing things that have happened at work to this person just to make her life miserable.
Did she tell you about the time she shit her pants?
Well, that has not happened since I was like a baby, so yeah.
You got any more?
I don't have any other good things to say
Um,
about dating. I've run out.
Okay,
of
so
things.
so we talked about that real quick before we get out of here. From a server perspective, right? How do you handle a first date?
That's, I think I said in the beginning. I've never knowingly waited on a table that I knew was on a first date.
Like, have you ever asked? Have you ever asked someone if they're on a first date?
No. Sometimes I'll say like I'll say cunty things like
What? I'm
if,
shocked.
if I see them next to each other or like holding hands, I'll be like, hey, what's up, lovebirds? Or
It's
like,
so
things
funny.
like
He
that.
does do that. He'll, especially on Friday nights.
I believe
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Just because it's it's don't make this awkward for everybody. Just be normal people and
If
enjoy.
you're
your
gonna
dinner.
make it awkward, I'm gonna make it
Yeah.
awkward.
There's something you did the other night. You had like a bunch of Classicos or shots or something, and you went picked them up, and then you brought them to like, who wants a shot or something like that.
Something.
It
I'll be
was
dude.
so. Oh my gosh, it was so ridiculous.
I like to make it exciting.
You make a scene. That's what you like. You like making scenes.
See, those are
'Cause
the
then-
kind of servers that like I've had in the past that I like. The ones who are like, okay, well, if you're gonna be awkward, we're just gonna be awkward.
Yeah, like if I hear somebody make a terrible joke, like a pun or something like that, I'll be like,
He does, you can hear it.
know?
You can hear it throughout the
oh,
restaurant.
good one. Which isn't, doesn't help me actually.
So seriously, you've never knowingly knew.
Some people all the time would be like, "Oh, I love when people are on Tinder dates or whatever like that." And I've never, I don't know.
Have you ever? Well, I guess it's different for
Maybe I don't
servers
dive too
than
much on my
bartenders. So
tables.
like, I've had
For
quite
sure.
a few.
For sure, if you're at a bar, and you're
Yeah,
just standing
I've had
there
quite a
doing
few
nothing,
where I can tell. Like, I don't even have to ask. Like, and then like one will go to the bathroom, guy or girl, doesn't matter, and I'll be like, "It's first time, huh?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, how do you think it's going?" That's my favorite question. How do you think it's going? You've never had this conversation?
No, I wish.
Oh
I
my
wish so
gosh,
bad.
man! And they're just good.
I would
like,
say the weirdest, most awkward things to them. If I
Really?
Yeah.
what would you say?
I
Because
don't even know. Like I'd have to be in that situation.
like what
But I
they
would
said
make
to
it-
you,
I
yeah.
would make it awkward for them knowing that they're on a date.
You're like, well,
I'm like,
I
oh.
doubt he's a serial killer,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you never know.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
really mean.
Typically,
I
typically
like
the
that.
guys are the ones who always ask me, "How do you think it's going?" And then the girls, if the guy leaves, they'll typically be like, they always talk shit. Like all of them, every single girl, every girl talks shit. Like the guy never does. The guy's always just like, "How do you think I'm doing? Like, how do you think it's going?" And then the girls are always just like, "I mean, he's just being really clingy, or he's just not giving me any space. I don't know if we're gonna do a second one." And then as soon as he shows up, like the moment he comes back, she'll turn and be like, "Oh my god, so where are we going next?" You know, like it's never different. It's never
Michelle
different.
wants to meet us later.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. It's the funniest thing. Like, and it doesn't change. Like it's always the same thing.
I got a fun news story. It has nothing to do with dating because
Because it just doesn't.
it just doesn't.
Okay.
But your boy Gordon Ramsay, you guys familiar with him?
Oh, I love Gordon Ramsay.
Tap it. Name
Kitchen
sounds
Nightmares?
vaguely familiar.
Oh, she's tired of him because I watch him all
He's
the time.
starting.
No, I never said that. That is not the show that you watch that I dislike.
Oh yeah.
Well, your boy's starting. He's closing down a restaurant and he's opening a new one, and it's in quotations authentic Asian.
Ooh.
But the head chef that they're hiring is not Asian, so people are like, "No, you can't have an authentic Asian restaurant without authentic Asians behind the fucking line." But I don't know if you guys know this. Gordon Ramsay, kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
He can kind of do whatever he wants.
Wait, he's shutting down a restaurant. Does that mean it was doing bad or?
Probably like revamp. Revamp.
Please don't tell me that again.
Exactly. Anytime you say vamp. Oh.
One.
I was waiting for you to finish
What's
it 'cause
happening?
I did it badly.
Two.
Oh my gosh.
That's all we have.
Yeah, it just makes me mad that people are like, you can't have an Asian restaurant because you're
Yeah, it's like when people
English,
say
Irish, whatever the hell he is.
start speaking Spanish in a Mexican restaurant. You know clearly we don't know how to speak Spanish. Oh my gosh, that's my
I'll put
favorite.
up
I
with
mean,
that.
we're in Florida.
See?
You
Oh, yeah.
might know how to speak
Okay,
Spanish.
I always say that.
Pequeño
Yes.
español.
No mas.
No más.
No mas.
See, for me, like when I used to work in theme parks, people would walk up to me and start speaking Portuguese. And so I would respond in French.
Oh, je suis l'anjoufi?
I know where you got that from. Those Muzzy commercials.
Yes! Woo! No one has ever.
But I'm like, parlez-vous français? And no one ever responded in French. They just kind of looked at me
That's
and walked away.
insane.
That's most of the French I know right there. But it keeps them from speaking Portuguese to me.
Do you speak French? I am a little girl.
That is what it means. Omelette du fromage.
Cool.
Cheese omelet. Did you not watch Dexter's Laboratory?
No. The only, you know what?
Oh, please don't say you just watched Johnny Bravo because I see where a lot of
No,
your.
I don't watch it.
Okay, all right.
Okay, like
Right.
he's a Johnny Bravo
Yeah,
guy. I
yeah.
knew
Rick and
it.
Morty. I just watched Rick and Morty.
I love Rick.
That's the only thing
Wait,
I watch.
you know.
I don't know if you see Mr. Meeseeks up there in the corner.
Hey, Mr. Reese's.
Look at me!
Look at me.
That's great. That's the only thing I'll watch. I can't nerd out.
Did
that
you
hard.
see the Rickmobile when it was here a
No.
couple summers ago?
No, I just got into it like a month ago.
Man.
Went to see the Rickmobile, and there were Mr. Meeseeks, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men.
Mr. Two Man.
All right.
Wacky
Well,
waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
wow, this was a good show.
Sign us off, Ant.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the Two Top Podcast, hosted by Nick and myself, and then my girlfriend chiming in today. That was awesome. Thanks, babe.
Anytime.
You're incredible.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, make sure you stay tuned with Amplified Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, like, do all that fun stuff. Make sure that you... I see it coming. I can't see it coming. So, yeah, make sure that you subscribe, like us, check us out. Go right below my face or my body. Go right below. Check out those sponsors. We got...
Fun fact, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can subscribe to one Twitch channel a month for free.
Your face when you do it really sells it. I mean, the sound's great, but your face
Try
truly...
to hide it.
It's in the attic?
I want
Where's
you to
that
know
I
coming
don't
from?
know where that
Where
sound
is that
is
coming from?
It takes skill.
To time it.
I feel like it's perfect.
That was good timing. Yeah. Yeah, make sure you get tuned in with Amplified Podcast. Once you like us, you're going to get all the notifications for all the shows coming up. We got a bunch of them coming up. My girlfriend, she's going to be a host of her own show. I got another one I'm working on, and then I got two friends that are going to jump on this channel and do something completely left field. You're not going to want to miss that either. So right now, just make sure you stay tuned with us. Don't miss out on us. Don't turn on the video when I'm still on. No, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been awesome. Last words?
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.